Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a series of short games starting with uThermal versus Snoot on Frozen Temple. In the top left side of the map we have the blue Zerg player, it is uThermal. And in the bottom right side of the map we have the red Zerg player, it is Snoot. So I did have a request from several of you saying you'd like to see some short games on the channel, so I'm going to go ahead and cast a bunch of short ones here. I'm not going to tell you how many, just so you're not spoiled as to the ending of the last one. And if you enjoy it, let me know in the comments. If you're kind of sick of it, then let me know in the comments as well, and we will see if this is popular. Alright, so these games, I tried to pick pretty short replays, but we'll have to see exactly how short they are because I don't watch them beforehand. And let's go ahead and see what goes on. Apparently, this was played on the 6th anniversary of StarCraft 2, as evidenced by the little cakes that the drones and SCVs are bringing back instead of minerals. It looks like a pretty darn standard opening. Oh, shoot! Just kidding. Proxy barracks out of uThermal. Alright, so serious business here, you guys. Immediately we go Proxy barracks out of uThermal. He does have gas, so this might just be straight up Reaper. This could be like a Proxy 2 Reaper thing, or maybe getting a reactor on one of these. It's just the positioning isn't good for reactors. Alright, so 2 racks here, Proxy rack, spawning pool not anywhere near close to being completed. And it is going to be Reaper. Holy shamoly. Alright, so unfortunately for our Reaper naming conventions, I don't name Reapers if they are in groups of 3 or 5 or 10, which looks like we're going to see here. So it's a 3-rax Reaper out of uThermal, which we've seen before out of Polt. I think it went all the way to like a 5-rax Reaper once, which was insane. Anyway, SCV does move on and scout things out. Is going to be very happy to see this spawning pool is nowhere near complete. Oh, throwing down a bunker. Throwing down a bunker that is completely invisible to Snoot. He has no idea. None that this is coming. So a single Reaper shows up. This timing should not be too suspicious. I mean, it's a little bit early, I suppose. KDA charge being thrown down, being super aggressive to this point. Killing that drone before it could turn itself into a spore crawler. Beautiful stuff indeed. Another drone does manage to make itself into a spine. Snoot knows what's happening here, I think, now. He recognizes the problems inherent in this system. Another drone gets taken down. This Reaper killing it. Yo, 2 more Reapers. Wait, just kidding. 2 total Reapers with SCVs here, too. Are they going to take down the spine crawl? KD8 charge used, and yes, they take out the spine. Oh, no, this is looking bad. SCVs getting killed. Snoot getting absolutely manhandled right now. KD8 charge exploding. Queen does manage to show up. These Reapers don't care, man. These Reapers going for everything, trying to kill every single Ling that shows up. Some SCVs dying as they are here on the front lines, not really where they want to be. Hop inside the bunker time, maybe? No, they really want to take down this Queen. They burn her down, and boom! Queen gone. Queen gone. All that's here for Snoot. He's just desperately trying to make Lings to survive the onslaught and the carnage. Drones are being killed at an alarming rate. Another one. This one Queen cannot take down this many Reapers. Trying to focus it down anyway, but still alive. Still alive, and okay, they forced the Reapers away temporarily, but the Queen definitely dies here. uThermal hasn't even really needed to use that bunker, which just tells you how dominant this has been, and that's it. The GG from Snoot. Snoot is defeated, and uThermal is victorious. I told you guys these were fast. Holy cow. What an absolutely beautiful 3-rax play there. Snoot didn't scout it. I mean, that's kind of the problem, right? Is you don't scout that proxy stuff, and you just straight up die to it. And uThermal, who did very well in this tournament, by the way. Did I mention this is from IAM Shanghai 2016? I don't think I did. Anyway, IAM Shanghai, we'll see more of it in the next game. But that is it for game number 1. I hope you Terran fans enjoyed it, because that was awesome. And we'll be right back. Hello, StarCraft fans. We're back with game 2 from our short replay pack. And this is Elazer versus Puck on Dasan Station, the latter edition. Again, this is from IAM Shanghai 2016. And here we are with another short game. So, in the left top-ish side of Dasan Station, we have the red Zerg player. It is Elazer. And in the bottom middle-ish side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Puck. So, a ZVP for you guys here on Dasan Station. Again, a really weird map. Kind of have your front door here, which is fine. It opens up into a gold base, which can be attacked from the backside, so it's not super safe. You have this easy-to-take natural inside your main base, but there's a ramp there you have to defend, and more stuff over here you have to defend if that debris gets taken down. You can go up your opponent's ramp. If you knock out the rocks on your side and come all the way down, you can get inside. Puck is walling that off, though. He definitely sees that as a problem. He's going to head it off early. Hatch first out of Elazer at the gold. He's not worried. not worried about the harassment coming out of his opponents. So we'll see if his worries are, or his lack of worry is justified or not. Puck doesn't look like he's doing anything too cheesy here. I mean, gateway, assimilator, a laser as well, not doing anything too nuts. He's got an extractor, he's got a spawning pool. We're going to go ahead and let that slide as being normal. Define normal, a line from the Addams Family, which my wife has actually performed in here in a local theater. Probe, trying to kill stuff. So far, not really too successful. It got to be hard to see with that cake right in your face. You think it's hard to see? I mean, look at that. How are you supposed to see anything when you're carrying a giant cake? I don't know. Overlord does scan on over there, and there's the Nexus out of Puck. So if anybody's going to be cheesy here, I feel like it's going to be Elazer. I mean, that spawning pool is finishing. He's transferring his workers over to the gold base. Puck shows no interest in actually taking anything out here, unless he's going to make a couple of adepts and try to sit back here and pick off drones, which seems like a good idea. Haven't really seen that done yet, but perhaps this is the game where it becomes a possibility. Overlords scouting around, visiting their old friend the Ultralisk, being trapped by the evil Terran scientists. Poor Ultralisk. He just wanted to murder people's faces, that's all. Why do they have to tie him up like that? Because people are mean. That's the lesson of history, is people are mean. Adept on the way, being chrono boosted. Mothership core on the way too. Warp prism, or warp gate research rather. Not a warp prism, warp gate research. And Ling's knocking down these rocks. I guess that's another way to get out and assault this base, but whatever. The interesting thing here is that this front door is not locked for Puck. I don't know. I mean, you'd think it would be, but these Lings are going to find out real quick that it's not. And I don't know if the Lings want to show up and try to shut this thing down before Puck can secure it. It's going to be difficult now that the gateway is there, but maybe it's possible. Yeah, this Adept. Oh, the Queen's ready to rock, though. Run, drones, run. Run for your lives. Queens really want to kill that Adept. Can't quite do it. 25 hit points remaining. Lings knocking down these rocks. That's what it is to defend this. I'm almost like a spine crawler would be better, but it's hard to get back there. I mean, to get back there, you have to kill those rocks, or you kill these rocks. Adept still killing stuff, up to 3 kills. Queen's almost able to take her down, not quite able to get there yet. Lings desperately bashing their faces into these rocks as hard as they can. That is a full wall now from Puck. Is he just going? He's getting Resonating Glaives upgrade. He's getting more and more gateways. Research. Is he just going mass Adept here? Seems possible. The Lings are out, and they are Speedlings. Oh, the Drop Lord play. The Drop Lord play here out of Elazer. Okay, gonna go ahead and maybe harass here while Drop Lord inside the main base. It's 14 to 27 total harvesters, so Elazer is definitely up right now. And the Lings, can they get through? They kill the Adept, but that is not actually a place where they can get in. Lings on top of everything. Photon Overcharge does come up. Big old time warping of Adepts trying to kill these Lings, and they do manage to save the... No, they don't save the pylon. Queen's here too. Ling's still trying to get through this, not being super successful at it. More pylons coming up for Puck. Still worried a little bit about these Queens. Lings coming to reinforce at the same time. 8 Lings in production. Photon Overcharge taking out one of the Overlords, but it was not the one carrying the units. Queens dropping. Lings dropping. Getting right on top. 3 Queens here. And getting surrounded by probes. Puck is desperately trying to hold this thing off using his workers. Throwing up more pylons, but no! Canceling one of the pylons. Can the Queens do this thing? They're killing so many probes. 11 probes have been killed so far. Picking up is Elazer, recognizing Adepts cannot shoot up. Nothing to worry about there. It looks like they never actually got through down in this location. So Puck has kind of weathered the storm, although this is another drop and a pickup. With that pneumatized carapace, it's so good. It is so darn good. Just keeping the Adepts following this Overlord while the Lings up here try to knock down pylons. Photon Overcharge available once again. Mothership Core does not have enough for another one for quite a while. Queen's over here now, knocking down pylons. This one trying to kill a Nexus. That seems like a complete waste of time. The pylon does end up falling, does not supply block Puck in the tiniest bit here. Lings once again here. There's a single Adept. Force Field. Is that actually keeping the Lings out? Sort of. Can they... Oh, the pylon with 1 hit point remaining. How? How does that pylon have a hit point remaining? That's crazy talk. And boop, we're in. Lings are now inside. Queen's here. 2 Queen's MVPs of this match. 3 kills, and that's it. A good game. Well played from Elazer. What happened there? Elazer was defeated. Puck was victorious, and Elazer has left the game. I don't... Harvesters 14 to 21. Units tab. 6 Adepts and 4 Sentries out of Puck versus 2 Queens and 13 Lings. I guess Elazer kind of felt like he had to win to that point. When at that point, or he was going to lose. Did he lose all these workers? No, only lost 4 drones in the game. Huh, I don't know. Bit of a surprise there. I guess Elazer was really just trying to do critical damage to Puck and couldn't quite pull it off, and he recognized that, so he just tapped out. So, All right, that is quick game number 2 from us. Zerg not doing super well thus far. We'll have to see if maybe Zerg can win the next game. But I'll be back with game number 3 in just a second. Welcome back to game 3 from Falcon Paladin's Really Short Games cast. And this is Elazer versus uThermal on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. Both of these players make their returns to the cast, but playing it against each other this time. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is uThermal. And the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Elazer. Okay, so maybe we'll see the Proxy racks thing again here. We definitely see some SCVs heading on out. So this tells me it's going to be a Proxy racks type play out of uThermal. The only question is, can Elazer hold it? Is he capable of holding it here? Is he going to fail to scout? There goes the first one. There goes the first barracks. SCV 2 and 3 on the way. I don't see a refinery yet out of uThermal, which I find a little bit surprising. And he's not making workers either. He's really saving up for those barracks. And the timing works. I mean, he's definitely practiced this quite a bit. He's developed this. I don't know if it's his build, his own particular take on the build or what, but is that the third one is ready to rock. There it is. So 3-rax hatch first out of the Elazer, saying, why me? Why should I worry? Why should I worry about what we're seeing here? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know why you would worry, but you should be. You definitely should be. Still no refinery. So I guess this is going to be a 3-rax Marine, which I don't think is as effective as 3-rax Reaper, but yep, uThermal's going for it, man. He is going for it. He's not making any SCVs. The number of SCVs that he has now, 14, is what he will have for the rest of the game. He might bring the SCVs along to help with this, which is fine. And Elazer's just going standard, man. Hatch into an extractor, into a spawning pool. No questions at all. And it's actually a 4th barracks coming up out of uThermal. He's figured out that he can actually support 4 barracks off of 14 workers when 3 of them are actually far away. Supply depot coming up here too, and just going to be so many Marines. Marines all the live long day. Spawning pool finally hatching. And Elazer makes some stuff. He's got 4-lings, which is fine, and a queen, but these Marines are going to be here any second. Marines, Marines, Marines. And yeah, look at uThermal keeping his money low. And that's it. Here we go. He's got 4 Marines. He has 2 SCVs. Let's see how this thing is going to work out for uThermal. Surprise! Surprise, Elazer. Look at these Marines immediately just going after the hatch. Going to try to kill it first of all. 2 more Marines show up to join the party. Lings on the way. Roachwarren immediately planted by Elazer. Trying to do this thing with roaches seems like the way to go, but he's essentially stuck 1 base versus 1 base, and that favors uThermal pretty darn heavily. So that queen, I think, is going to pop out. Nope, canceled it. The Elazer recognized that it would just die immediately anyway. Deciding to move up into the main base now is uThermal. And the queen going to get focused down. She's getting microed out of the way. Elazer pulling all of his drones out now, too. His mining time is going to be in the toilet. Trying to make a spine crawler to defend against this. The Roachwarren is going to finish. The spine crawler is not, though. Unfortunately for Elazer, the spine crawler is gone. Elazer has 45 minerals. That's it. He's going to attack with the drones. He's going to attack with the queens. He does take out the SCVs, which is nice, but the Marines are still here. And they're absolutely tearing through these drones. Great stutter step micro, and that's it. A GG from Elazer. Elazer's defeated, and uThermal is victorious there in game number 3. Yeah. uThermal tearing through these Zergs like they're not even there. That's why you gotta scout. That's why you have to scout, you guys. That will destroy you. That proxy stuff. Even look at the pros. Look at the pros lose to that. Brilliant stuff out of uThermal. We're going to move on to game number 4 in just a second. Welcome back for game 5 of Falcon Paladin's Shortcast Compilation. And this is going to be Neeb versus Marine Lord on King Sejong Station, the latter edition. All right, so on the top left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Neeb, also known as Neeblet. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Marine Lord from Team Millennium. Okay, so PvT for you guys to continue our compilation again of short replays. Looks like Neeb has some stuff in mind here. He's going for a pretty sneaky location for that pylon. I think he's going to avoid scans from Marine Lord, maybe avoid SCV scouting too. But what, I mean, obviously it's a gateway, so that's fine. Nothing too crazy there. We have a very standard barracks opening out of Marine Lord. Could be a Reaper, so we'll have our Reaper list ready. So far, haven't had a chance to use it. We've seen 2 Proxy rack stuff going on, which doesn't really give us much opportunity to have Reaper name stories. But I have the list ready anyway in case Marine Lord does decide to do that sort of thing. One gas coming up from Neeb. And I'm really curious about this location. Again, I know this is a short game, so that's a bit of a spoiler. So somebody here either has a really nice one base timing or some kind of sneaky stuff going on, and Neeb's the one who's acting suspicious. Probe going to sneak on in. Really no way to stop that from happening, as that's not a full wall off yet. Going to move right on in here, see what's happening. See the double refinery. Ah, that is actually also suspicious. So that's a Marine coming out from Marine Lord, and maybe he's going for 2-port Banshee here. Quick Factory, not going for an expansion at all. Meanwhile, there is an expansion coming up from Neeb. Cybernetics core there, and I don't know what the purpose of hiding this here is. Like, your opponent knows you have a gateway, so both players again acting squirrely, I would say. So I'm interested to see if that's going to be a starport, or going to lead into a starport at some point. I can't see the reason why it wouldn't. Reactor popping on up for our friend Marine Lord. Cybernetics core, pylon. Okay, Cyber core is finished. Immediate adept coming out. So I don't know. I mean, Neeb is playing pretty standard, going for some level of adept harassment here. Reactor, there's the starport. So there's a Hellion on the way. So Marine Lord, I really feel like he's pushing towards 2-port Banshee here, although only 2 workers on each gas, not a full 3. Not a full 3. Quick pause there. Marine Lord wanted the air conditioning to turn off. It's getting really cold in his room. That's pretty funny. And throwing down a Stargate. Over here is Neeb, so that, again, a little bit cheesy. So putting his tech on all different corners to avoid scans. I like it. I like this move from Neeb. I mean, it's something that I've thought about quite a bit in this matchup, but don't see a whole lot from actual professional players. Starport finished now, and it's a medevac. So it's going to be Hellion drops with possibly some Marine support out of Marine Lord. So it's definitely a one-base play here. Adept trying to come in will recognize the lack of an expansion, say, all right, there's something cheesy happening. I don't want to die to these Marines, so I'm going to actually cancel that sonic transfer and decide to head on back home. This Adept as well. Checking for proxy stuff. Yeah, I mean, anytime there's a one base and you can't get inside there to see what's going on, you have to assume there's proxy something going on, or just some crazy aggression, which is what the case is here today. So there goes the medevac. What's it going to take? The Marines? Well, the Hellions go in the front door. Liberator mixed in here too. Widowmine here at the same time. Marine Lord, man, he has some plans. He has some plans for how he wants to do this. Yeah, so it's going to be 1 Widowmine and 6 Marines inside that medevac while the Hellions try to attack the front door. Liberator in production. Does he already have one? No, he does not have one already. Oracle coming out too. That might actually be excellent from Neeb if he can catch these Marines. But he's actually sending the Oracle out. Oh no, Oracle's not going to be around for base defense. Oh boy. All right, so timing here is going to work out. Hellion right on up here. Adepts and possible Photon Overcharge are going to shut that down pretty quick. But this attack could be fairly devastating as well. Oracle's showing up, but oh no, there's a Liberator. Oh no, there's a Liberator. Got those Marines, going to run for its darn near life. Here comes the drop. Here come the Hellions. They do get cleaned up fairly easily, but like I said, Widowmine with 3 kills. Marines going to town on these probes. Get out of there, probes. Run for your lives. No. Holy shamoly. Picking up, boosting out as the Adepts do manage to show up, but that's 10 probe kills. 10. It's 32 to 28 Harvesters. Neeb is still up. Again, he has his expansion earlier than his opponent. Widowmine is here. They know that. Revelation, not quite able to be tossed down yet. Needs 50 energy for it. Very close. Oh, no. 2 more kills. Can't let that happen. Oracle, look out. Oracle dies. Oracle dies in an explosion of green flames. Green flames, which reminds me of Game of Thrones. All right, Observers here. Widowmine does get taken down, but that is 12 probe kills. Not good. Not a good feeling. 36 to 30. Total Harvesters. Marine Lord did some damage, but didn't do critical damage, I would say. He didn't actually crush through Neeb's stuff. Neeb still has that worker count advantage, which I've said 18 times in the last 2 seconds, so I apologize for that. But here comes Marine Lord. He's pushing out. He says, I'm not going to sit back and try to macro up. I'm bringing SCVs with me. I have Marines. I have tanks. Photon Overcharge is available. Phoenix production. With Immortal production, too. Oh, Neeb. I like this composition here. I really do. Or Adepts to absorb some damage. Phoenix to lift some stuff off. Immortals here to take down the tanks. Phoenix, too, good against Liberators, especially if they are in Defender mode. They're away from home once again. Once again, they're away from home, but killing some of these reinforcing Marines is pretty darn fantastic. They decided to head on back home here. The Defender mode circles are up. Immortals, Adepts killing things from a distance. Tanks splashing on everything, though. The Phoenix do manage to pick up one of the tanks, which is great, but then forced to drop it again as the Marines came to shoo them away, taking down the pylon. Nicely done. Adepts, are they just going to walk on in? I think they're going to do it. Phoenix do manage to take down the Liberators. One Liberator and two Liberators. The Immortal is gone, though. Can they get rid of the tank? No, but medevacs are gone. Still continuing to push here is Marine Lord. 6 minutes in, and it's looking very, very good for the Terran player. Adepts are getting destroyed here. Scans getting rid of, the Phoenix are getting killed here too. A lot of probes dying, adding to that total of 12 that we had earlier. And I think Marine Lord might have this thing. Pylons getting taken down. Nexus under assault as well. Assimilator being destroyed. It's 43 to 40 Harvesters. Photon overchargeable mothership core. There are no pylons to do. Trying to do this thing with probes, and that's it. A GG from Neeb. Neeb is defeated. Marine Lord is victorious and takes it in 6 minutes and 57 seconds. So Marine Lord, really a two-part plan there. Did the Widowmine drop, and then just showed up once Neeb felt safe, set up bunkers of all things. Tanks, Marines, Liberators, an excellent potent composition. Neeb couldn't quite get rid of the stuff fast enough. The Adepts weren't as tanky as he hoped. He didn't kill the Liberators fast enough to keep them from sniping down the Adepts. The Marine count was high enough to keep the Phoenix off of the tanks, and the Immortal died too quickly as well. So, well done by Marine Lord in that one. Terran, it looks like Terran's pretty good in the early game, according to our early findings. So, that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with his very first ever, what are we going to call this? Quick cast composition? That sounds kind of fun. Quick cast composition with, 4 games today? Pretty exciting stuff there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe. And you can find me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.